Hey guys, thanks for visiting Extreme Health Radio, where we have weekly radio shows designed to empower you to take back control of your health and life. This audio blog is brought to you by Vitamix Blenders, where in my opinion, the creativity in the kitchen is endless. You can make soups, juices, sauces, smoothies, ice cream. It's pretty much my favorite thing. I use it 3 times a day. I know Justin does as well, and we just absolutely love it. If you're interested in saving $30, you can go through our link at extremehealthradio.com/Vitamix, and it's also in our store if you'd like to check that out. All right, let's get going to the article. This blog title is, I went to a holistic gynecologist and you wouldn't believe what she made me do. This is day 14 of the Feel Good Project. So I have been super blessed in the past year to really know what it's like to have real, genuine care of quality health care. I'd say, definitely over the past year, more than ever before in my life. And I've really never felt taken so care of by a team that's really rallied around me at various stages of my health journey. These people have really stepped in at the exact time I've needed them and just really helped get me back on track to health and complete wholeness, in my opinion. So I found it a bit interesting when I was referred to a new holistically minded OBGYN in regards to this uterine fibroid that I've had hanging around for a while now, and I was super pumped to check her out. So a long time ago, I became really disenchanted with my former gynecologist as she seemed super frazzled. She seemed like she was just all about making money and it seemed like a baby factory over there, and she made me kind of feel small if I asked too many questions during my appointments. And if you can believe it, she even took one of my clients' baby last minute by C-section because her daughters had a birthday party to attend, and that baby was going to make her late if she didn't hurry up. And I was mortified. And I knew right then and there I did not want that woman in the future delivering my baby. So that hopefully paints a picture of the situation I was in. Now, if you've ever had a uterine fibroid, I'm sure you can pretty much relate to how painful they can be. I believe it's some of the worst pain in my entire life, that and ruptured ovarian cysts over the last few years. And those are quite fun too. Oh, the joys of being a woman. So anyway, I was super excited about this new referral because a natural-minded OB was just what I had been seeking, as I haven't had an annual exam probably in about 2 to 3 years now. And I trust the source who recommended her, so I've been looking very much forward to meeting her this morning. So long story short, the words of one of my favorite country songs by Casey Musgraves came to mind, and it pretty much sums it up. And I say, it's the same trailer, different park. And by that I mean the same cold, sterile environment when I walked into that medical office today. I felt that same rushed feeling, and I left with that same feeling of leaving and wanting more answers, to kind of want to talk things through, and didn't feel like I had enough given to me that was worth my time or my money. Now, I don't know about you, but when you think holistic OBGYN or doctor of any sort, you're probably like me. I actually didn't see what was coming, and I walked out of that building with probably 4 order slips and what seemed like 1,000 tests that she wanted to run for things that I already knew the answers to, but she just didn't have enough time for me to sit down and really explain them to her, and probably why I didn't need these tests. This was definitely same trailer, different park. Well, this is time for me. I want a new trailer, and I want a brand spanking new park. I was one dissatisfied happy camper this morning. I really left feeling today like I could have answered my own questions better than she could, and I really could have. I didn't leave with any more clarity, in fact, probably more confusion than when I had before I had gone this morning, and I was beyond disappointed. So the first thing I thought upon leaving that appointment today, well, besides the fact that I was sure there was no way I was interested in doing genetic testing for different types of cancer that, quote, run in my family, especially the kinds that ran in men in my family, and that was pretty much what I really got out of it, is that I should have listened to my gut in the first place. When I was referred to her for the first time, I checked out the website, of course, and I liked what I read about the office, and the doctors there seemed to be pretty knowledgeable. And from what I found out, they had all studied alternative medicine therapies and treatments, as well as the typical medical school model of training. So I thought I was off to a good start. But the very next thing I saw was an offering of cosmetic treatments in the office by appointment, things like Botox and a lot of other treatments, as well as offering for hormone replacement therapies for menopausal women. And to see that just left me all thoroughly confused. this is not what I've thought of when I think holistic or naturopathic doctors, and I couldn't figure out what they were all about. So I kind of swept it under the rug and came to the conclusion that probably not all women were wanting, quote, natural or, quote, holistic care. And the office probably just offered many different things for a large group of patients wanting a lot of different treatments. It did cross my mind at the time that this might not be a good fit, but again, I really trust the person who referred me, so I tried to get beyond myself and give it a chance. So the one kind of useful thing that she offered to me today was that for fibroid treatment, possible acupuncture could help that situation and kind of help shrink the tumors. But I don't know, beyond that, there was sadly really no difference between her and my other doctor that I had left because I was dissatisfied. And at first I was really mad about this because it cost me a heck of a lot of money for that appointment today, and it really felt like a giant waste. So then I kind of had to talk myself down from the ledge, and I was actually overcome by this giant feeling of superb empowerment. I really thought, wait a second, I don't have to go back if I don't want to. I don't have to work with her. I get to choose whether or not I get further tests done or not, or whether I want her to deliver my future babies or not. And I really thought about it, and I realized it wasn't a total waste of money in the end, as I still get my test results from my annual exam, which I don't know how I feel about those, but I hadn't done it in a while, and I'm glad. I'm okay doing that every few years, and they're just not that invasive, and I don't seem to have a lot of problem with that. So all in all, it actually didn't seem like a waste of money from what I learned and what I know I didn't want. And I really loved what happened after I walked out. I sat in my car, I drove home in complete quiet, just listening to myself and my gut, and I came up with a plan. And desperation really breeds some good ideas in me, it seems, at times. This was something I thought about before, but kind of put on the back burner as, I don't know, it just seemed really time-consuming and money-consuming, but I think it's the way I'm going to go. And the plan for me, at least for now, is that when we have a baby in the future, I would really want to go to this birthing center where the facility really seems to mimic an at-home, soft, cozy, warm environment, very unlike the office I was in today. I don't know why, but all those doctor's offices, especially OBGYNs, they're always cold. The air conditioning's on way too high, and I'm always freezing, which makes me tense up. Everything just seems not right in there, and it makes me not think of anything nurturing or warm about it. People I know that have had the babies or birthed their babies either at home or in these birthing centers, women are really encouraged to give birth in nice warm baths or, move around however they need to and really greet their baby for the first time by their own means and not in some, sterile, hospital environment. It really hit me today that if babies don't enjoy harsh, cold conditions of an office or a hospital, what would make them really want to come out and really join the world in a healthy, loving way? And if they're not going to feel that way about that, why do I keep going there? Because I myself don't feel comfortable in those situations. They make me feel all sweaty and nervous, and I end up feeling like another number just being rushed by on a conveyor belt. I don't like it at all, and I never have, and this does not help me feel good by any stretch of the word. And if this is all about feeling good, this whole project, this is the complete opposite of that. So why do I keep heading in the wrong direction? It's really time to make a U-turn and take complete charge of this situation. The truth is, nobody has ever known or will know my body like me or any of us. And of course they won't, because they simply can't. And because they can't, they're not nearly as invested in me as I am. And they don't know what it's like to be in my body and with these organs wrapped inside this human skin. And it's totally up to me. And I have to really act on how I feel and go with my gut on this one. That is just how it works. And I really know the people I feel comfortable with. And she was certainly not one of them. She was super nice, but I just didn't resonate with her. So, I won't go back. So I'm going to go with my gut and go back to my old plan from a few years ago that I ignored and make that appointment at the birthing center. And even though I'm not pregnant at the moment and probably will be a few more months before we plan on having a family, I'm going to go take a tour of it like I've always planned and make sure I like the place before I even start with the process of having a family. And if I plan on connecting up with one of the midwives and maybe interview a couple of them and see who I feel is best suited for me. And when I find her, have her journey with me from the fibroid treatment options all the way to birthing a baby one of these days when it's the right time. Today was a really important day for me as I felt like I truly took back the reins, even a bit more in regards to my health. It was really awesome to walk out of that office with all these slips of paper for tests that she wanted me to do and to be okay with not doing any of them because I know more about where I stand with my health than she could ask enough questions. She just wanted to cover her bases, and I totally get that. But I feel like at this point, for the first time in my life, I really know what's going on more with my body than a doctor's going to be able to tell me. So in one of my favorite books lately, Mind Over Medicine by Lissa Rankin, she encourages everyone to gather their round table, she calls it, of physicians and people on their side, coaches, doctors, practitioners, anyone that you really feel is going to root you on, and they're there because they are approved by you. So I'm really learning to just gather the right people around me and really disregard anyone who I don't feel like resonates on the same level. So today, all in all, was a really great learning experience, and it wasn't a waste at all in the long run, and that leaves me feeling quite good. So my feel-good moment of the day today was because my appointment was at 7 o'clock this morning with a 40-minute drive south. That's how worth it I thought it would be. I actually saw the sunrise come up on my drive, and it just filled the sky with the most beautiful pink, gold, just happy, warm fall yellow colors, and it was gorgeous. And one of my favorite things to do that makes me feel good is singing out loud at the top of my lungs all by myself in the car. And I had quite a moment today where I was just able to let loose, and I'd say it was actually the perfect morning, and that stayed with me and really set the tone throughout the rest of the day. If you'd like to read this particular post, leave a comment and get all the links. You can go to extremehealthradio.com/KAB23. And that stands for Kate's audio blog number 23. If you like this information, please help Justin and I out by subscribing and leaving us a 5-star review on iTunes. Just search for Extreme Health Radio, all one word. Justin and I have a ton of radio shows filled with authors, scientists, doctors, amazing people teaching you cutting-edge material and healing protocols that one day just might help save your or a loved one's life. Also, don't forget to grab our free gift to you by going to extremehealthradio.com/subscribe and join thousands of others who have already done so. Thanks for listening.